Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint artist, and we're gonna do our face. I'm gonna do my whole face with one brush. I'm using the detail brush today. It has this nice small end, great for applying, and it has this end, great for blending, also applying, and it's really good for contouring, especially if you're new to contouring. Really good brush. And I'm gonna do my whole face, just this brush. And then I got my 4 colors. So I have my main foundation, closest tone, it is my truest tone. And then I have my brightening, which is a few shades lighter than my actual skin tone. I like using an extra bright brightening because that's the way I prefer my makeup. My palette is customized to what I like for my face, and we'll make a custom palette for what you like for your face. So I'm using the contour color Stone today, and then I'm using the lip and cheek color Pink Grapefruit. Such pretty colors. This whole setup, palette, 4 colors, 1 brush, under $100. That's a pretty darn good deal. All right, so what is Seint makeup? It's a cream-based 3D foundation system. It's 1 layer of makeup, beautiful coverage. You can have light coverage. You could turn this into a BB cream. You just mix it with your moisturizer, SPF. This can also be full coverage makeup. This can be stage makeup. This can be all the makeup. All right, so I'm gonna start applying the makeup to my face. I've already set it, my face with setting spray, which I use as a primer. And I'm gonna go into my main highlight here, and I'm gonna go in with the small end, and I'm just gonna tap into it, and between my cheekbone and my jawline, I'm just gonna draw lines. And then I'm gonna smile, and I'm gonna draw a line outside of my smile line. And I do that so that because I have a lot of movement, and I talk a lot, and I laugh like everybody does, because I'm not applying the cream directly to that crease, it's not gonna gather and it's not gonna cake up. But I will move it there, which thins it out the way you want it. Tapping in, and again, between the cheekbone and the jawline, just drawing some lines, and then outside that smile line. And then we're gonna go up and over. I like putting an arch from high point to high point. And that's it for my main foundation, my main highlight. That's good, because typically you're putting a lot more of that foundation color all over your face, and we don't need to do that. Next, without cleaning the brush, I'm gonna tap into my brightening highlight. And all this is doing is bringing the lightness in, and I'm gonna go down with the finger, the bridge of my nose. I like applying that with my finger. And I'm gonna tap in, and I'm just gonna put a little Charlie Chaplin here, and then a little soul patch right here. And then we're gonna go in again, and I'm gonna do my under eye, and I'm gonna focus this on the inner corner right here, and the outer corner right here. But I'm not needing to apply it here. I'll blend it. Less is more. So if you wanna try this amazing makeup, and it is, I've been using this makeup for 2 years, and I haven't thought, wonder what else is out there. I used to, till I found the makeup. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna use the bigger end, and I'm gonna dip in to my contour color, and I am going to go right here. So if you want to try the makeup, like I was just saying, and I got distracted, of course, all I need is a makeup-free selfie. And I just need you looking out a window a few steps back and just take a picture of your face. I just need to be able to see indirect sunlight so I can see all the tones of your face. So I'm just taking that contour, and I'm just going right just like that. Now I'm gonna take it again, and I'm gonna go in front of my earlobe, and I'm gonna bring it down. You know, everything's easier with my finger. I can really get it in there. And this is a really nice, so if you're new to contouring, I will suggest a light contour rather than a really harsh one. A lot of people get scared when I use the dark contour and I look like a crazy person. 1, I might be. And 2, all of this is really blendable. But again, when something's new, it's always a little scary until you understand it. And that's what I like about this makeup, is that if you're scared, we can work with that. We can make a palette totally customizable to what you're comfortable with doing. And so if you want to try contouring, but it was just never really your thing, Stone is a really, really good color to try it with. All right, so I'm going to take the edge right here, I'm going to build it up, and I am going to go, you have your cheekbone and you have the hollow, and I want to go right in between those two, and they're really close. And I'm just going to push this right there. And all this is going to do is it's going to lift my cheekbone. It's going to accentuate my cheekbone. I like my cheekbones. And so if I can accentuate them and dress them up a little, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to pop this right over here, just like that. But these palettes are totally customizable. So if you are just looking to try the makeup, this is really good way to start. Just trying the very basic setup in one brush, and then you build from there. If you want to add bronzer, if you want to try a different contour, if you want to try a different lip and cheek, you totally can do that. All right, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to push into the pink grapefruit, and not on the apple of my cheek. I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to go in the middle of my cheek. I look crazy. I know, that's it. That's all the makeup I need on my face. I have one layer on, nothing stacked on top of the other. I've just filled in the gaps, and there's still some gaps, and that's okay, because now we're gonna take our brush and we're gonna blend it, okay? So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start on my light color here. This is my main highlight, and I'm just gonna use little circles, and I'm gonna blend it. I'm gonna bring it to, remember how I put it outside of my smile? I'm gonna move it to that, and I'm also gonna move it to the crease of my nose. And all I'm doing is I'm blending, I put those lines, and now I'm just marrying them all together, and I'm evening out my skin tone. So I'm just gonna stick with my light colors first. If you try to blend everything together all at once and expect it to be a miracle, it's not magic, it's makeup. So these are all creams, they're all formulated the same, which means they all work together really, really well. I'm gonna take that brightening I put right here, I'm gonna blend it over to my main, and this just evens out the skin tone, but also gives this nice and natural dewy finish. I'm gonna put it a little over my lips, and I've blended it. Pretty nice, huh? All right, we're gonna go to the brightening right here, and I'm gonna steeple on here, bring it over my brows, and I'm gonna blend it into that main highlight I had put that arch, and I'm bringing that lightness to that main and just marrying them together. Ta-da! All right, let's go to the contour now. I like doing my under eyes last. So I'm gonna just use little circles, and I had drawn on that shadow line. All I'm doing is just blending it out a little bit, keeping it where it is, but I'm undefining the line of the main and brightening I blended and the contour. So I'm just making them look natural together, like that. Everybody says, you make it look easy. It is. And I say that in every video, because with every video I will get a message that says, well, you make it look so easy. It is. It really is. Okay, so we're doing the nose, and I'm just gonna go up and down, and I'm gonna move it to the brow. So when you watch makeup tutorials, if you ever get sucked in, I mean, Lord knows I do. I got sucked into one this morning, and I was watching her put on her nose contour. And I noticed that she took her concealer that was dark. She drew the line all the way up to her brow. I just placed it on either side of my nose and the tip, and now I'm blending it down and up. You see? So just blending this out and bringing it up to the brow. So I'm not over applying product that's not necessary, which can cause cakiness and texture. I am merely blending it and putting it where it needs to be. And then I'm gonna buff this out on the tip. I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna tap the bridge of my nose where I put that brightening, and I'm just blending it out. And that's my nose. It's a nice and natural shaded nose. Isn't that nice? A lot of people will put, I'm actually gonna add a little more brightening. So I'm gonna take this tip, tap down the middle, tap, 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 tap. All right, that's better. Okay, buildable, fixable. Okay, when I'm watching people put this makeup on, I just notice that they really slather it on. They will contour their nose, and then they'll bring it down, then they'll blend it out, and then they'll put a concealer on over top of whatever contour they did and narrow it back in. And you really don't need to do that. And so that's why I like putting it all on at once, to show you how. You don't have to put every color on and then blend it all out like I am. You can do one color at a time, but for the sake of doing the very basics in one brush, I like to show how you can use one brush and get all the good results. All right, so I'm gonna do my jawline, and I'm just gonna use little circles. I'm gonna push this up, and now I'm barely touching the tips of the bristles, and I'm bringing it up towards my cheekbone, And then I'm just gonna do it on my jawline, just moving this up and down. Then I'm gonna pull this. And all this is doing is it's mimicking a shadow. It's defining your jaw, giving it some structure. So I've got this harsh line here. I'm just gonna push this up towards my cheekbone to give that jaw some structure right there, you see? And then I'm just gonna go right here and I'm just gonna work this down so it works like a shadow. And you can go all the way across if you want to. This is a great way to hide my chins. And so that's what I do. There we go. All right, I'm gonna do my cheek and I'm gonna work these together without working them together. So one at a time. So I'm gonna use this corner right here and I'm gonna stick to that contour and I'm just gonna blend this contour out a bit. And then I'm gonna tap in to that blush. I'm gonna smile and I'm just gonna push this down and push it up. And it's just so nice. You see how these this is what I mean when I say these are all formulated the same and they all work together. I'm gonna use the tip here and I'm just using steepling light. If I'm circling, it's just with the tip of the bristles and I'm just working that brightening together. I'm bridging them together and I'm steepling them together, taking care of that under eye. Do you see how there's just a line right there? You flip it to the big end and you fix it. It all works so well together. I love how this makeup, it's one layer. It's beautiful coverage. It's very dewy and very natural, but you get all the coverage that you want from a makeup. So I'm just gonna stick with that contour here and I'm gonna blend it up and down, bring it up, and then I'm gonna go into that cheek, just steeple it up. I'm gonna smile. I smile so I can see where the apple of my cheek is. And I'm just bringing this up and bringing it down. This is, if you like a nice pinky color, this is a really pretty one. So it's pink grapefruit. I'm flipping it to the small end and I'm just gonna steeple this brightening corner over to meet this one. Because remember, I put it right here, I put it here. Now I'm just bringing them together and it gives you an eye lift. It brightens your eyes, makes it look like you got a full night's sleep for those moms with the tired eyes. I'm gonna flip it back over to the big end and I'm just gonna bridge it together. And that's it. And that's just, I mean, it's just such an easy makeup. You can work it how you want to. I'm gonna take my brightening and I'm gonna put some on my finger here. Not a whole lot, just the tip, and I'm gonna pop it right here. And I'm gonna pop it right here. And all I'm doing is I'm gonna press this into the corner, and this is gonna give me that brightening without adding a shimmer, which won't add texture. I just love it. Perfect. I'm just gonna pull what's left on my brush down onto my neck, and I'm gonna go into my contour again. I'm gonna pick some up. It's a very light contour. Put it right here. Take this brush, and I'm gonna buff it out. And it's just gonna create a nice little shadow. I'm gonna take that brightening color, and I'm gonna go above my lip onto my Cupid's bow and just brighten it up a bit, which will add some curl. It's really good. I'm actually gonna take my contour again, and I'm gonna put it on my lips, using this as a really pretty color. So I'm gonna put this brown on, and then I'm gonna go into my pink grapefruit, and I'm gonna tap over that. And it'll make just this really pretty, warm pink lip color. That's my face. 4 tiles. I was able to do my whole face and my lips with just 4 tiles. Okay, so I'm gonna take my setting spray and I'm gonna spray it up and I'm gonna let it fall on my face. And I do that because the sprayer sucks. Not gonna lie. Like, I love the setting spray, hate the sprayer. So you spray it up in the air, let it fall on your face. I just did my whole face in less than 15 minutes and my lips. That's how fast the makeup is. And I was talking, I was explaining, I was stopping. This is good makeup. So if you wanna try the makeup, message me. I'm your girl. That was terrible. Message me. That's all I'm saying. Have a good day.